What happens when two creatures driven purely by survival instinct are forced to face each other head-on? No rules, no mercy, only strength, reflexes, and split-second decisions. In this video, you will witness the most insane animal battles ever captured on camera. Moments where nature reveals its most brutal face, raw, unforgiving, and impossible to predict. Let's explore right now. Black yak versus white yak. On the frozen Tibetan plateau, two yaks, one black, one white face off in cutting cold winds. The white yak carries a thicker fat layer, better suited for milder cold, but less effective in direct physical collisions. The black yak, born into harsher climates, has denser muscles and a stronger skeletal frame, allowing it to absorb force better during prolonged headbutting clashes. This confrontation is not just about territory, but a reflection of evolutionary law. In nature, adaptability is what determines who stands last. Bison versus bison. On the vast grasslands, two male bison square off, horns raised and muscles fully tensed. For them, this is not merely a test of strength, but a contest of dominance within the herd. Bison can weigh over 900 kilograms and use their entire body mass when charging, distributing impact force to reduce injury. They maintain constant pressure, forcing their opponent to expose weakness. When one breaks a leg and withdraws, it is not defeat, but a survival choice. In nature, knowing when to stop is also a form of victory. Antelope versus African wild dogs. An antelope risks a desperate dash across muddy water, only to be intercepted by a pack of African wild dogs. They possess a hunting success rate nearing 80%, among the highest on the savanna. But today, the balance shifts quickly when hyenas arrive in overwhelming numbers. The antelope fights back in desperation, but powerful bites and relentless pursuit drain its strength. Dragged onto the bank, the prey becomes the center of a chaotic feast. In nature, the most persistent sometimes reclaim dominance. African wild dogs versus buck. A male buck is detected by a pack of wild dogs right at the water's edge. It lowers its horns, holding distance as the pack fans out, tightening the encirclement. With a charge powerful enough to break a wild dog's bones, the buck is a dangerous target, forcing the pack to rely on harassment rather than direct attack. But its defensive position near the bank turns into a fatal trap. A crocodile suddenly erupts from beneath the water, clamping onto the body in an instant, ending the hunt in an unexpected way. African wild dogs versus wildebeest. A pack of wild dogs surrounds a lone wildebeest, closing in from multiple angles to block all escape routes. On the savannah, once surrounded by wild dogs, a separated wildebeest's survival odds are extremely low. The prey relies on horns and speed to fight back, but constant harassment rapidly exhausts it. Eventually, the wildebeest collapses, revealing the terrifying power of collective persistence. But in nature, such advantage is never guaranteed. Cobra versus rat snake. On a bed of dry leaves, a rat snake moves slowly, completely unaware of the approaching threat. A bite aimed directly at the head disables resistance instantly. Neurotoxic venom spreads, disrupting signals between brain and muscles. The rat snake attempts to constrict in desperation, but its strength fades rapidly. For the king cobra, targeting the head reduces injury risk when swallowing live prey. Within moments, the prey lies completely motionless. The predator calmly consumes its prize, a testament to the precision and efficiency of the apex venomous hunter. Cobra versus mongoose. On sun-cracked ground, a mongoose faces a king cobra head-on. The mongoose moves constantly, leaping sideways to evade lethal strikes, counterattacking with fast, precise bites. Both are masters of defense, rarely exposing weaknesses. However, the mongoose possesses partial resistance to snake venom, allowing it to sustain pressure longer. After several tense minutes, the cobra tires and retreats. Victory belongs to the smaller but relentless fighter, where endurance overcomes raw power. Leopard versus warthog. A new leopard hunt begins at the mouth of a warthog burrow. It presses low to the ground, patiently waiting for the prey to emerge at close range. Leopards have one of the highest success rates in short-range ambushes, especially in confined spaces where prey cannot maneuver easily. When the warthog counters with tusks and powerful thrusts, the leopard shifts its body angle to neutralize the charge. After minutes of struggle, the warthog collapses, and victory belongs to the one who controls position and timing. Puma versus guanaco. The puma boldly clamps onto the guanaco's neck, enduring violent thrashing in exchange for a single decisive chance. The guanaco twists violently, attempting to throw the predator off, each jerk nearly lifting the puma from the ground. The puma climbs higher, driving its jaws deeper into the neck, cutting off strength. As the guanaco tires, its legs weaken and its body tilts with momentum. The clash ends with the predator's cold and ruthless instinct. On grassy mountain slopes, a puma tracks a guanaco, hoping to end a prolonged hunger streak. But this is not easy prey. Guanacos possess long, flexible necks that deliver powerful counter-throws when approached. Each time the puma leaps, the guanaco's weight and force slam it back to the ground. Repeated counterattacks risk injury, forcing the puma to withdraw. In nature, survival itself can be the most costly lesson. Snow leopard versus markhor. The snow leopard stalks a markhor along a steep rocky slope, each step concealed by fur blending perfectly with mountain stone. It pursues closely, constantly changing direction, using its long tail to maintain balance on dangerous terrain. The tail can be nearly as long as the body, acting like a rudder during leaps across narrow ledges.
Silently, she positions us.
When detected, the markhor charges across narrow rock shelves with its renowned climbing skill, cloven hooves gripping nearly vertical surfaces. But when the markhor suddenly plunges into the river below, the snow leopard halts. For this big cat, deep cold water is a boundary rarely crossed. Snow leopard versus mountain goat. The snow leopard closes in from behind and bites the mountain goat, but the prey breaks free and charges uphill. The chase unfolds across sheer ledges, where every step can determine survival. Mountain goats possess cloven hooves and thick padded soles, increasing friction and balance on slick rock. But while shifting footing near the cliff edge, it slips and plunges into the abyss. The snow leopard descends along the rock face, finishes the kill, and begins feeding. Jaguar versus anaconda. Along a mud-lined riverbank, a jaguar hunts silently near dark water. Beneath the surface, the anaconda lies submerged, revealing only faint movement. With its ability to constrict and halt circulation, the anaconda is a threat few predators dare confront. The jaguar does not rush. It delivers probing strikes, always maintaining distance to avoid being coiled. After disorienting its opponent, it suddenly bites down on the snake's head, ending the confrontation. What you have just witnessed is not mere aggression. It is the result of survival pressure, territory, prey, and the instinct to preserve life. Each battle is a reminder that in the wild, there is no absolute safety. Only those who adapt better endure. If you found this video compelling, please like, leave a comment sharing the moment that impressed you most, and don't forget to subscribe for more brutal survival stories. Thank you for watching. See you in the next journey.